Well, good morning, and thanks for joining us here for our 8:30 stream show. It is Friday. I'm Mitch Carter.
And I'm Casey Mason. We're glad to have you joining us here today. We're going to do a couple quick headlines, you know the
Yes.
drill, and then we'll get you over to meteorologist Byron Douglas with some really overall good news finally in the forecast. It
We
may
will
not be
certainly take
a
that. Yes.
major warm up, but it still counts, you
Yes.
guys.
We are on the way.
That's right. I'll let you take it away, Mitch.
All right, starting off here, you might have noticed if you've been online at all or watching us this morning, Muhlenberg County schools still on that list of schools closed today. School officials tell us ice and snow are still a big problem on their roads across the county. That's led to them using all 10 of their allotted NTI days, and officials say for the rest of the school year here, any more days off will be made up as a snow day and made up at a later date. That includes today, and they're hopeful the upcoming warmer weather will allow them to finally get back to school officially on Monday.
That's right. And, you know, in Kentucky, Governor Andy Beshear has been reporting even more deaths from this winter storm. A warm-up is definitely welcome now. During a Team Kentucky press conference on Thursday, Beshear said that the death toll had risen to 22 people. This includes 2 men in their 60s from Davis County in our area here. Beshear says that Team Kentucky will help cover the funeral costs for the victims' families. And in some good news here, we know nearly all power outages have been restored. This morning, it's down to around 600. Now, the peak there, just to put that into perspective, it was well over 73,000 people without power. Meanwhile, Governor Beshear says that snowplows, well, they're still out there working those roads.
Our snowplows and contracted snowplow crews have driven over 1 million miles for storm response. That includes for weather efforts this past week. We still are going to get some flurries in some areas on top of cold temperatures. Know that can cause black ice in areas as well as slush.
Well, Beshear says that the state has also been dealing with a lot of water main breaks due to the cold. He says there are over 12,000 people currently under active boil advisories.
And shifting gears here one more time, the Owensboro Police Department, they say they've launched a large-scale search warrant that is, operation from a drug trafficking investigation. Got some video here on your screen. Police posted this video on their Facebook page. It appears to be from some sort of drone. They say the operation included search warrants for 9 different locations all throughout Davis County. You can see some infrared there, some heat signatures. There were several people arrested there, and a, quote, significant quantity of illegal narcotics and guns were discovered. The investigation there, though, is still ongoing, and they do say additional charges are expected. For more details on the entire operation, you can go online right now and visit 14news.com.
That's right. Of course, we hope you guys have a great weekend. Just a reminder here, Byron Douglas is coming up next with a look at your forecast, but that'll do it for a recap of your headlines today with Mitch and I. We'll see you guys on Monday.
Have a great weekend.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
Good Friday morning. I'm meteorologist Byron Douglas. Hope everyone's having a super Friday on this February 6th. We'll bring you up to date on the weather. Just going to click a few buttons here. And if you're doing any traveling, all the winter issues are generally, if you're headed to Louisville, they can see a dusting of snow over there tonight. But they have advisories there catching Lawrenceburg, Indiana, Cincinnati, areas there from Lexington, eastern Kentucky. Winter storm warnings from about Cumberland, Maryland, back into portions there of Morgantown, West Virginia, and points to the east if you're doing any traveling. So if you're out starting your commute, I'll take this full. Not as cold will be the theme. We really want to start working on those roads on Muhlenberg County so students can get back to school on Monday. 42 at lunch. I think our high temperature will come here at lunchtime, and then 40 as we go into the afternoon. Those winds are going to be up as well. Laura, good morning to you. Suzanne, Karen, Cheyenne, thanks for tuning in. And on Doppler radar, we do have some mixed precipitation, but that's well up to the north. It's going to be too warm generally to support any snow. So you get down through Bloomington, Cincinnati, kind of a mix there, but we'll run down some of our temperatures in a moment. And let's do that right now. Winds are going to be out of the south until about lunchtime, and then winds will pivot out of the northwest. We're at 28 in Evansville. We have 31 there in Fairfield, 32 in Mount Carmel, and a 33 in Madisonville. We're going to catch a little bit of sunshine early, and then we're going to go over to cloudy skies as we go into the afternoon. Now, the wind chill is not going to be bad at all. In fact, the most favorable wind chill here in the month of February will feel like the mid-30s as we go into the afternoon hours. Cloud guidance, clouds will lower throughout the day. In fact, by the time you commute home this evening, the clouds that feel like you can jump up and touch them, they'll be down to a few thousand feet overall. And it's going to have some wind gusts kind of in a range here of about 20 to 25. Might have an isolated gust up to about 30 miles an hour about lunchtime. And then winds right now are out of the south, but they'll pivot out of the northwest as we go into the afternoon as that front takes hold. Now let's throw the long ball, to speak the vernacular of the Super Bowl, which will be on 14. The coverage begins Sunday at noon, but we're going to be well above average most days. Now, you can catch a day or two which will feature below average temperatures, but that is the trend. And the trend is overall precipitation will be above average. I think working in our favor, we're going to get a lot of this snow melted early into next week. Not all the snow piles before we see some opportunities for rain in the middle of next week, because we've had this much snow and we throw a big rain on there, we'd be susceptible, of course, to flooding issues. Yeah, we're starting to cloud up pretty quickly, 41 early this afternoon. Then at 9 p.m., this helps tremendously. We're still going to have temperatures above freezing. So if you're out, I'll take this full so we get out of the way. Heading out to ball games tonight. You're heading out. The JV games start early, and out to ball games on the roads should be in pretty good shape. So as we go into this afternoon, we cloud up, breezy, 42 for a high. And then for tonight, clearing skies late. And then for tomorrow, I'll be out at Scales Lake for the Polar Plunge that benefits the Special Olympics with high temps near 30 as we go into Saturday. And then we'll return to the lower 40s as we go into Sunday. So let's take a look at the guidance. I'll just kind of move this along. Winds pivoting out of the northwest, and those winds picking up. So we'll be brisk into the afternoon. The theme is not as cold, warmer, whichever you prefer. And then a few clouds in here tonight. Now, if you headed to Louisville, they could see a quick dusting of snow, even into areas there of eastern Perry County. And then on Saturday, a few clouds early, kind of mostly sunny as we go through our Saturday. Highs in the upper 20s to near 30. That will be it. Sunday, we'll have some clouds in early in the day, and then we'll work these off. These afternoon clearing lines sometimes can be delayed a bit. Kind of our low stratus season, but Sunday afternoon, working in some sunshine. And then as we widen it out, nice little warm up as we go into Tuesday. Monday, kind of the pick day. Mostly sunny skies with high temps generally in the low to mid 50s. And then Tuesday, this is opportunities for rain. I've had a few questions on social media. It's not going to mature into thunderstorms or severe weather or anything like that when we have these warm-ups. But it will be mild, and those low temperatures will stay above freezing as well. And then we'll return into seasonable temps about 1 week from today. So let's grab the 7-day full. Thanks for tuning in here on this Friday. No alert days on the board right now. They're set 54 on Monday, a 62 on Tuesday, and then a 50 on Wednesday. Sam, Jeremiah, thanks for tuning in. Stephanie there as well. Amy as well. Jim. Hope everyone has a super weekend. We're looking forward to hosting the Super Bowl here on 14 WFIE. As Seattle Seahawks will be taking on the New England Patriots. Oh, that should be a great game. But boy, the Patriots had a surprise season. And we'll have more, of course, on Sunday. Our coverage begins at noon. There's a 7-day. I'll leave it up for just a little bit. Enjoy your day. We'll have more soon. And enjoy the Winter Olympics. Opening ceremonies coming up later on 14 WFIE. Have a super weekend.